people of the world. Matthew back with you here in Overall Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. So, last time, we had to find out how we were going to be able to rescue General Raubahn, who was to be executed by the Crystal Braves. It brought us here to Halatali, and we were able to succeed with some assistance from Lady Yugiri as she returned, and so we are keeping the challenge alive because the Sultana's death, her assassination, was not officially made known. But Alphinaud has an inkling that something may be afoot as to why that is. Let's speak with Dware to continue the challenge, and hopefully it'll lead us to Ul'dah. There's Alphinaud Lugiri and the one-armed General Raubahn. The General is safe. What news without? My lady, the guards have been subdued as per your command. We have since kept watch over the entrance. There has been no further activity. Then Ul'dah and his minions have fled via some other egress. Scour the perimeter for signs of their passing. At once, my lady. And away they go. And who might you be? General Ul'dah, I presume, and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Yeah, who are you? Who are you? Identify yourself. Pray do not be alarmed. My mistress is a friend, and I come bearing a message of goodwill. For your own safety, she bade me direct your steps to the Waking Sands. Know that Master Urianger awaits you there, along with others sympathetic to your cause. Why do I get the feeling that's not true? Because in the last episode of Realm Reborn, we discovered that Urianger was actually speaking with the Asians themselves. So, what's going on here? I get the feeling that we're going to be set along the wrong path again. This is no ruse, I assure you, General Ul'dah. If you will come with me, I have prepared a carriage that you may travel in comfort, safe from prying eyes. Yeah, I think Lady Yugiri is going forward to and see if everything is right with this person. Because, yeah, Dark Stranger does not say friendly person. I am so scared. Alphinaud, I have spoken with Urianger via link pearl. He confirms the man's story. Yeah, and he's gonna crush us? Raubahn is in safe hands. Let us make our own way to Vesper Bay. Alright, so we have to go back to the original home of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, the Waking Sands. So, off to Horizon, and I'll see you in Vesper Bay in a moment. Yeah, remember back to year one, all those days ago, when we first set foot in this place? Well, I get the feeling that when we do so again, the worst could happen. Let's go back inside the Waking Sands for the first time in seemingly forever. Prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. And so, upon our return...
My dearest friends, praise be unto the 12 for delivering you from the clutches of treachery.
Oh, wait a minute. Who are you? Oh, wait a minute. Is that, Marshal Towerpin? On the right?
Father!
Yeah, it is.
Pepin, my son, and Master Papashan besides.
What's going on here?
Forgive me, Father. I should have been at Her Grace's side.
Save your tears. The Sultana yet lives.
Oh, yeah, we did hear about this at the end of the last episode.
It was I who arranged this gathering.
Oh, the girl in the pointy hat?
And judging by your perplexed expressions, it would seem introductions are in order.
No kidding.
I am Dulala, head of the Order of Ul'dah, and member of the Syndicate.
What you said about the Sultana, is it true? Is she alive?
Young man, I understand you were with the Sultana when she drank from the poisoned goblet and collapsed. Would I be correct in assuming that you did not personally verify Her Grace's vital signs?
No, because Teledji Adeledji and the Brass Blades barged in.
Why ask when 'tis plain you know the answer?
Calm yourself, General, and let me finish. The truth is not as you imagine it. You are all victims of a most ingenious ruse. A ruse conceived to eliminate the threat posed by Teledji Adeledji. 'Tis my belief that Teledji plotted the Sultana's assassination alone, but that Lolorito caught wind of his plot and exploited it to his own ends. He sought to manipulate you into eliminating Teledji for him, and you duly obliged.
Oh, yes,
At
he
one
did.
fell swoop, he removed his two foremost rivals, all the while remaining above suspicion.
God strike me down for a fool. But the Sultana, how can it be that she lives?
It's called a raise spell, General. Conjurers
She
use it.
lives
White
because
mages use it.
Lolorito willed it. Her own lady-in-waiting is but one of his many little birds. By her sleight of hand, the poison was switched for a less deadly draught before it could reach her mistress's lips.
Some manner of sedative, perchance? Of a potency sufficient to induce a slumber like unto death.
Were I to guess, I would say Her Grace is being held somewhere, dreaming dreams of a brighter Ul'dah, even as we speak.
And abdicating the throne, too. Or hoping to do so.
No. I will never forgive Lolorito for his part in this.
Though Lolorito's hands are far from clean, they did pluck Her Grace from the jaws of death. That must count for something.
Oh, you're gonna have to do a lot better than that, though, to convince the General. I do fear.
And though one may call the man's methods into question, it cannot be denied that he knows the value of stability, to the very gill, like as not. He craves power, 'tis true, but he has no desire to depose the Sultana. I had never taken sides in your feud with the monetarists, but it was not for want of concern for our nation's welfare. Indeed, 'twas out of the desire to see order restored that I furnished your Far Eastern friends with information, and arranged this gathering.
Lady Yugiri?
I hope you are ready to work, General, for there is much work to be done. Our first priority must be to bring matters back into balance. Lest you forget Her Grace's words, the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. As for the more worldly kind of wealth, I am content to let Lolorito help himself to whatever Teledji Adeledji left behind. You, meanwhile,
And you can
must
say
do
that with a
that
clean
which
conscience?
you alone can do. Rescue Her Grace and take your place at her side once more, for her sake and that of our nation.
So is this issue gonna be over that quickly? There has to be a catch. There has to be. Something just doesn't feel right. And besides, with Oriange here, I mean, who knows when he's going to slip the traitor blade on us. Let's speak with Alphinaud to complete the challenge. I had not counted on Prioress Dulala herself appearing. In my defense, my suspicions regarding the Sultana proved more prescient. Much remains to be done, but in rescuing Raubahn, we have taken a vital first step towards resolving matters in Ul'dah. We couldn't have done it without you, Mathia. Thank you. And so, we finally get this challenge completed. We get the experience skill, plus choice of rings. Which one to use, though? I think in my situation, I would like the Slaying Ring, because it is strength-based, which is what a Dragoon is all about. And we achieve the next main story achievements, which is Jailbreak. So, with that taken care of, let's go ahead and speak with Alphinaud to take on the next challenge. Level 51 entitled, To Siege or Not to Siege? That is the question. Alphinaud is distracted by a call on his Link Pearl. Yeah, was hearing about the Sultana being alive the first good news that we're gonna hear, and is there more to come? Tataru? Yes, General Raubahn is now in safe hands. What? Another assault? Very well, we shall return at once. Pray notify the Count of our coming. It would seem we face another crisis. The Dravanians are preparing to resume their siege of the Holy See. Not again. Don't bring another dragon-like fish hat, please. Though I am loath to abandon the Sultans to her fate, we lack the necessary evidence to act upon Dulala's claims. That being the case, I propose we leave Marshal Tarapin and the others to investigate, and return with all haste to Ishgard. Yeah, I guess so. I'll see you there, Alphinaud. Oh, man. Yeah, I was hoping that we would get to a point where we could actually go back into Ul'dah, but who knows how long it'll actually take to get there. So, we will go back to Kerthus and to Ishgard. So, see you there in a moment. So yeah, while everyone else in this group is getting themselves into just the starting of Heavensward, we've gotten ourselves quite a bit of distance in. So, in order to keep that going, let's speak with Tataru. I said Tataru. Ah, there you are. Sorry for cutting your reunion with General Raubahn short. I wouldn't have bothered you, but the city's awash with rumors of another Dravanian attack, and Lord Hoshapon was desperate to get hold of you. Speaking of whom, he and the others are waiting for you inside, so you better head in. I think I will. Yeah, wish I could enjoy the light show, but we have a job to do. Yeah, it seems we always have a job to do. Yeah, and I guess since we're going back to meet with the Count, it's a cutscene, so I can't change into dress uniform. No, I'm just gonna have to come in as is. My friend, I thank you for answering our call with such alacrity. As I'm sure you are now aware, the Dravanians are once more gathering for war. Master Griffin, Master Leveilleur, I must apologize for this abrupt summons, but we thought it best to have Mistress Tataru contact you by the most direct means available. When the observatorium bell tolls, 'tis a warning that cannot be ignored. The Holy See has ordered that we make ready for battle. In case you haven't heard, a band of trappers returning from the west claimed that they saw a cloud of dragons big enough to dim the midday sky. Needhog's minions gather once more for war. Which means... But I would not have you take up arms in another of our conflicts. When first you came to Ishgard, I offered my protection. If I cannot ensure your safety here, I cannot well accept your aid, much less ask for it. Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are faced with a choice. To remain in a besieged Ishgard, or seek sanctuary elsewhere. I will not presume to influence your decision, but I must ask that you make it swiftly, lest our enemies force your hand. So where does that put us? Because yeah, that's quite the interesting thing. Yeah, it says to siege or not to siege, so I guess we'll complete this challenge by speaking with Alphinaud. Though we flee to the ends of the world, 'twould seem that no place in this troubled age is free of strife. Once more the horde descends upon Ishgard, and once more her weary defenders must take up spear and bow. The Count would have us seek shelter from the storm, but I for one grow tired of running. If we are to shine the light of dawn, we must do so in the sight of our fellow man, not hunkered in a hole. What say you, Mathia? Like, I would stay and fight, or we cannot stay here. Or, So, yeah, I get the feeling this is a but thou must situation. So, yeah, I'd rather stay and fight. Then fight we shall. Let it never be said that we abandoned our allies in their hour of need. And so that 50,000 more experience points goes my direction. So let's speak with Alphinaud again to take on the next challenge entitled Alphinaud's way. Alphinaud is deliberating how best to proceed. The choice we make this day may have grave implications for our order. It is only right that Tataru should have a say. Come, let us all meet outside and discuss the path that lies before us. Yeah, I wonder what would have happened if I actually said we should hide, or just played a role of indifference. I guess we'll know soon enough once we get back outside. Actually, we never will, because we pretty much went on the presumption that it was going to be but thou must. Alright, Alphinaud.
Ishgard cannot well endure another assault. Even should her knights succeed in turning back the horde, the casualties will be catastrophic.
No, you don't say.
What other choice do we have? It's not like we can talk it over with them. Dragons and men aren't exactly on speaking terms.
Yeah, indeed.
With certain notable exceptions.
Iceheart.
You don't mean Iceheart?
I had a feeling. Yeah. Can we actually reason with her?
When last you spoke with her, she lamented her crimes, did she not?
That's right.
Then there remains a sliver of hope. If we can persuade Iceheart to act as our intermediary, we may yet be able to convince Nidhogg to abandon his bloody course.
Oh, I imagine that there'll be more to it than that.
If there is to be a meeting, I would accompany you.
Oh, really? Estenienne, my brother.
Estenienne.
Even with
My brother
your
in black.
intermediary,
And even has voice acting this
may
time.
render him deaf to reason. However, the mere attempt may afford our forces precious time to prepare. Of course, you might also consider a more direct approach to ending this conflict. With the power of the Eye at my disposal, and the vaunted strength of the Warrior of Light, we could conceivably slay the beast outright.
Yeah, but we've seen what's happened when you go on the wrong path there, Estenienne. I fear it could happen again if we don't do this right.
If we are to risk a face-to-face meeting with the Dread Worm, I for one would feel safer in the company of the Azure Dragoon. However,
Yeah, he's to your
I
left.
should only turn to your lance if my words failed to find their mark. Is that clear?
Yeah, no aggression unless encouraged.
Perfectly. I shall assume that Iceheart enjoys similar diplomatic protection until instructed otherwise. A word of advice. Think carefully before divulging the particulars of this plan to Sir Emmerich. 'Twould not do to have the Lord Commander accused of consorting with heretics.
Of course. But I'm actually impressed that
Indeed.
you are encouraging this.
I thank you for your counsel, Estinian. We shall be honored to have you with us.
I am glad to be of service.
Thank you, my brother. Every day I feel more and more proud to be a Dragoon. We have chosen a difficult road, yet even should we succeed in winning Iceheart to our cause, our plans for parley will swiftly come to naught should the Holy See decide to strike first against the Horde. We must petition the Lord Commander's aid ere we set forth. I only hope that Sir Emmerich will be willing to muzzle Ishgard's forces on the strength of our vague assurances. Tataru, I would ask that you remain at Fort Alt Manor and inform the Count of our decision. Tell him that the Sons of the Seventh Dawn mean to do all in their power to ensure that Ishgard and her people survive. Yes, sir! And so away we go again, with my brother in tow. Enter the seat of the Lord Commander within the congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly. That's back in Foundation. Got it. Yeah, there are lots of level 50 challenges for us to take, but we're going to focus on just getting ourselves to where we need to be first. Can't remember where that is, so let's just go ahead and use an Aetherite to get us back to the main plaza. I figure it makes more sense to do it that way instead of just picking one at random, because I'm still not fully fully accustomed to being in Ishgard yet. It's gonna take a while, especially since we don't spend all that much time here to begin with. So we'll make a mad dash for the east and run up some stairs, give myself a little bit of strength training in that regard. Messenger of Love? Where do you get that title from? Is it like one of those unique challenges, achievements that you get? Right, so he's in here, I guess. You would speak with the Lord Commander. Pray make it quick. Alright. Let's hope we can get the support of Sir Emmerich.
I want the defenses of the Outer Ward rechecked. See to it that the ballistas are in good repair and supplied with enough ammunition for a prolonged siege.
At once, my lord.
A timorous Temple Knight? Well, as he's leaving, we're coming in.
Ah, 'twould seem I have visitors. And unlike those massing beyond our walls, these ones are welcome.
Of course.
Pray forgive us for interrupting you in the midst of your preparations, Sir Emmerich, but our suit concerns the impending assault. To speak plain, we believe there is a chance the invasion might be halted before it even begins.
Before I go on, I wish I'd put my helmet back on, or show my helmet on, because I really want to get a snapshot of this. I know I can probably do so once I can review video, because I really want to get a snapshot of this. This is just an awesome shot. I can't help but really enjoy this.
I can divulge little more at this time, but I must nevertheless request that you advise the Holy See to refrain from launching any preemptive sorties whilst we seek to put our plans in motion.
I will gladly lend my support to any endeavor that could spare the blood of my countrymen, but I would know more of the cause you would have me champion. Will you not share aught of this mysterious undertaking?
Know that I have offered my lance to aid in this endeavor. I cannot claim that its success is assured, but our actions should serve to delay Nidhogg's advance at the very least. Which is more than can be said for the ill-conceived counterattack advocated by the sea's more vocal crusaders. They offer glorious death, but little hope of victory.
Aye, their proposal does not inspire confidence. Our resources should rightly be spent shoring up the city's defenses. The Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light sallying forth together to face the dread worm Nidhogg.
Is this something you're down with?
I must admit the mere thought of it does much to dispel my misgivings. Go then. Carry out your plan. I shall do what I can for you within the Holy See.
Let's hope this works. But yeah, that is so sweet. Oh. This game gives me more and more reasons to love it. Alphinaud, let's finish this challenge. Having secured Sir Emmerich's support, we may proceed without fear of a preemptive Ishgardian attack, which is not to say we can afford to dither, of course. History tells us that the Dravanians will attack as soon as their horde reaches a critical size. Before that happens, we must needs track down and win over the Lady Iceheart, and then locate and parley with Nidhogg. In short, time is against us. If you are ready, Estenian, let us be about our task. So with that, 50,000 more experience points are given to us. And what else are we doing? Oh, there's more to it than this? Okay. Oh, is the Archbishop meeting with someone? Is he meeting with a Knight of the Heavensward?
Such commotion.
Yes,
It is
Your Eminence.
a bit of a
The bells
situation.
of the observatorium warn of our enemy's approach.
So, the dragons are coming.
But we're gonna try and stop them.
Come, in their hundreds and their thousands. With the divine blade in our hands, we shall rend their flesh and drown the heretics in their master's blood. Even Nidhogg and his foul brood shall be powerless to resist us. And when we have rid the world of their pestilence, we shall turn our attention to our Ascian allies. See that they are suitably
he is conspiring with them.
Invaluable assistance.
He has been conspiring with the
Your
Ascians.
Eminence, the Paragons wield powers strange and unknowable. Can we be certain that they will not see through our deception?
We can be certain of naught save the righteousness of our cause. If you would be a true leader of men, you must possess conviction as well as caution.
Okay, so he was being sarcastic, thankfully. But how much longer will he be keeping up
We
this
seek to
facade?
excise the root of an evil that has blighted us for 1,000 years. The risk is worth the reward.
And what of Estinian and this warrior of light? They have plans of their own.
Leave them to their purpose. We must each play the role we have been given. You and your chosen brothers most of all.
Oh, what's going on here? Oh. What the heck?
Glory of King Sultan.
Oh my... What? Oh. Zephyrin just turned into something I don't think we wanted to see him turn into. That bothers me. That bothers me a lot, but I think we're going to call the episode here because we certainly have quite a journey to make, because now that we have my brother Estinian in tow, hopefully we can be able to accomplish something in a way that has never been attempted before. Let's hope it doesn't go to waste. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. And when I join you again, we will accompany Alphinaud and Estinian, and hopefully be able to cross paths with Iceheart in the hope that we may be able to reason with her. So until next time everyone, this is Matthew with Navora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.
Ah, 'twould seem I have visitors, and unlike those massing beyond our walls, these ones are welcome.
Pray forgive us for interrupting you in the midst of your preparations, Sir Emmerich, but our suit concerns the impending assault. To speak plain, we believe there is a chance the invasion might be halted before it even begins.
The Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light sallying forth together to face the dread worm Nidhogg. I must admit the mere thought of it does much to dispel my misgivings. Go then, carry out your plan. I shall do what I can for you within the Holy See.